What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Dealer Simulator. We've got all of this week's hotfixes to talk about, including a brand new car. But it is a purple day here at VM Car Sales. We have got everything in purple, one of everything in purple. We just nip across the front here just for fun. You can see it is all in purple. Pickup truck. We've got one of every vehicle in the purple, at least one. There's 2 Zen motors and 2 normal vans. We've also got some backup motors just up here, 3 extra Largos and 1 Allegretto, or whichever one that one is. And then if we head into the showroom, all purple still, and nonetheless, we go into here. This is my low mileage beast that's up for a silly amount of money that I'm never going to sell. Then we've got one of the brand new cars up for sale as well, the Cortega, or something, Cortega. Then we've got our 280G. Then we've got a Phantom Thunder, and we also have a Phantom Gale as well. So 3 Phantoms in here, as well as the other 280G and my low mileage beast. But what we're here to talk about today mostly is this brand new vehicle. It is looking absolutely incredible. Let's get it off this trailer. Doesn't need to be on here. It does drive itself. That was just for aesthetic purposes. You can see the van was on the back of my pickup, and that is how I got the height for my thumbnail picture, if you were wondering. Here she is. This is the Phantom Cortega, and she's a bit of a beast. Nice little engine purr as you get in there, and it's quite a smooth drive, quite grumbly. I do quite like the sound of this underneath the foot there. It is sounding quite nice, if we are being truly honest. This is what we're going to be talking about today, along with the rest of the other hotfixes that came this week. So let's get on with it. Everything new this week in Car Dealer Simulator. Let's get started then talking about the patch notes, starting with Hotfix 49. I'm just moving our lovely little Cortega around to be cleaned. Karen had finished with its lovely bodywork, and let's get on and get it all cleaned and ready to go. Thank you, Johnny. But anyway, on to Hotfix 49. Let's just talk about it. Added an option to choose between DX11 and DX12 before launching the game. A window will let you pick which version to use. DX12 improves performance on stronger PCs, but could crash on weaker setups. If you previously added launch commands like DX11 in Steam properties, we recommend clearing that field. Now, I never did that, but I will admit I'm very happy with this option. I run in DX11. I don't have a super powerful PC, unfortunately. I really, really wish I did, and I'm working very hard towards that goal, but it's not quite coming to fruition yet. But anyway, yeah, it's definitely a better feature. For me, the game runs better in DX11. For others, I imagine it runs in DX12. So having the option to launch from Steam is definitely helpful. I like that it's there. Glad that was added. Next on the list, though, is the fixed order packages disappearing when placed on moving vehicles in traffic. I mean, that is a set of codes that you've had to clear away that really shouldn't have happened. Why are you putting boxes on moving vehicles in traffic? That seems absolutely wild, but if you were doing that for whatever reason, it is now fixed and you can do it if you so choose. But anyway, improved tooltip and button display. Minor performance tweaks are related to appearance of some elements, and fixed a bug where language change showed incorrect value in settings. Now, I haven't had any problems with most of this today. Obviously, the DX11 and DX12 running the game from is definitely a new, better thing for me, and I am very, very happy with it. Let's crack on, though. We've still got more to cover. Just to finish off 49, we've got our first bit of tease towards the new car. I know we've already got it in the garage and we're working on it, but it says that's not all. By the end of this week, a new car will arrive in the game with a lovely image covered out with some question marks on it, hiding it from you. What do you think? Which model will it be? Let us know what you think on Steam, in Discord, and in the comments of this video. It doesn't say that. I added that last line. But there we go. That's everything for Hotfix 49. Let's move on to Hotfix 50 and get this car worked on by our lovely mechanic. Let's just get Paul working on the Cortega. On you go. Get all of that fixed and ready to go. And let's talk about Hotfix 50. Starting with improved vehicle braking on slopes. Parked cars will no longer slide down, and I can confirm that is true. They're still a little bit dodgy with the trailer on the back, but if you park a car on a slope, it doesn't slide away anymore, which is definitely a very good thing and a visual thing I've been waiting to be fixed for a while now. But anyway, increase the distance kept by delivery trucks. Players will no longer get stuck in open doors. I never got stuck there in the first place, but glad it's fixed. Fixed package placement from deliveries. They will no longer get stuck in walls. How are people managing to break the boxes so much by putting them in walls and stuff? I guess it's fair enough. People are testing the limits of what they can do, and they're finding things that are breaking it, and then the guys are fixing it. So that is definitely a good thing. Fixed video playback in tutorials. Videos now loop correctly, which is definitely a good thing if you need to see them. I've done all the tutorials. I'm pretty clear on it now. Improved text related to employee and car parts. I never really had any text issues with employees. Never had any wrong wording, but again, English, the first language it's probably worked on in, so it makes sense. Also, optimization improvements. Removed unused textures. Not sure what they were, but they've gone. Refreshed vehicle masks for washing and repair. I believe this is to do with junkyard vehicles. For example, when you pick up something from the junkyard, we'll go take a look at some in a minute, because I've got some new ones I want to show you guys. When you pick up a vehicle from the junkyard and take it to the body shop, the whole body is the mask that you need to fix. But you can't always do that with some vehicles, like the headlights can't be worked on and stuff like that. So they've improved that. I've seen a few bugs for it, but it is now looking like it's fixed, and the masks will now be correct, and you'll be able to 100% them vehicles yourself. I've been doing it all with staff, so I haven't had to do any of it manually, so I haven't noticed any of those things. They've also improved some animations. But let's go take a look at some junker cars, so I can show off my collection. We head into here. Last episode, you saw all of this down there, looking fantastic, and we've obviously had the Phantom Thunder since early on, but now we've got all of these as well, including a not-so-beautiful 280G. These are all in a fully working condition. Hadn't done the plates on that one. All in fully working condition. They just need their bodywork done and cleaned, but they're not going to ever have that. They're all drivable, and I absolutely love my little collection of junkers from the junkyard. But there we go. That's enough of that. We've done Hotfix 50. Let's move on to Hotfix 51. Pool's all finished with the Cortega. It's out front with all of the purple goodness that is sat out here. Hotfix 51 then fixed an issue where items ordered online could be duplicated. Why do I never get the fun bugs that I would benefit from? I'd love to have my order online duplicated. That's not happened to me, and it's now sadly fixed, which means I won't get the pleasure of that. Fixed a bug where the handbrake remained engaged on some vehicles when towing with a dolly. Now, I have experienced this one. I didn't bring it up because when I went to bring it up, there was already bug fixes there discussing it, and it already looked like it was on the way, so I left it because they were already working on it. They don't need it to be reported 150 times. If it's a bug, they'll work on it. But what happened with me was I had an email about a junk car to go and pick up, but I never read the email. I was already on my way to the junkyard at the time, and that's where the car spawned in. So I never read the email, but I got to the junkyard and it appeared just off of the junkyard. I then claimed it as my own without reading the email. Well, actually, I will be honest, I saved the game, exited because I went to do something else for a bit, came back, loaded back in. The email wasn't there, but the car was still sat there to be picked up. So I went over to it, claimed it, changed the license plate, tried to put it on the tow dolly, and I could not move it. It was in the mud. So it was not pulling at all. I couldn't get it off. So what I did was I took it off the dolly and put it on the back of the flatbed, and that obviously fixed it for me because now it wasn't being towed with like the handbrake on. But I did see it. It was struggle. Even with the tow truck, the full tow truck on the dolly, it could not pull it. It just wasn't going anywhere. It was really strong, moving very slowly. But yeah, so I did see that, but I'm glad it's been fixed, and I'm assuming production errors, reproduction errors, should I say, getting it to happen again probably wasn't the same for everybody, so I'm just glad it's fixed. Adjusted the moment when bodywork repair quests are marked as completed for off-road Boulder and the UMX 600 C-Rex. I don't know what that's referring to, but I'm assuming it's for the automatic employees in the working on it sort of thing. But it's now fixed, or changed, at least anyway. Corrected the email related to a wreck that previously included an incorrect map direction. Now, I didn't have this one, but somebody had posted up saying that the email showed the email saying it was over in the northeast, but the car was actually over in the northwest. Now, for those of you that don't know, I figured this out myself now. I'm going to get that off the screen for a second. If you stand here, you are facing south. The way I always look at it now, I figured it out, is the dealership is the north of the town. As you can see on the mini-map in the corner, that is north. That is south. So that straight road running down through the middle is the south road, and the dealership's on the north. So the junkyard is northwest, and over there is the northeast, or east and then northeast up there. So my car I had to pick up was up there. The junkyard one said northwest and was up there. So if you were wondering about that, this is the way. It's not, doesn't indicate it anywhere, not that I've seen anyway. Let's see if we can bring up the map, should I say. Yeah, it doesn't even say on here, but this is fixed facing this way. I don't think we can rotate this, can we? No. So that is the direction. North is this way, south is this way. It is pretty simple. If they just put a little compass in there, I think that would make it a little bit easier, just in the bottom right hand corner, just indicating north is that way and south is behind us. That would be a nice little addition, I think. But anyway, let's carry on with what we were talking about. Optimized improvements to washing mask system for all vehicles. So when I was saying about the masks for the junkyard vehicles earlier, in the body shop and in the paint shop, not paint shop, wash room, car wash, that's the words I was looking for. What is going on with my mind? The masks have all been changed on or optimized on them, so they're all working a bit better now. Optimization improvements to textures of cleaned and polished vehicles. Now everything out here is cleaned and polished, and it all looks pretty good. You do sometimes get a little bit of beading effect as you come away, but I think that's more to do with my graphic settings and my computer than anything else. So they are all optimized and working lovely. Last one on this list is fixed an issue where the vehicle position couldn't be properly reset while towing a wreck with a tow dolly. Fixed an issue where the vehicle position couldn't be properly reset while towing a wreck with a tow dolly. I mean, I haven't actually had to use the reset that much. I only got one vehicle stuck. I realised I could have reset it from my keyboard after the fact, that was. So I've sort of been all right with resets. So yeah, not too much of an issue for me. There's a little bit more in Hotfix 51 though, so let's crack on with that. I was wrong. There's no more for Hotfix 51. It's Hotfix 52. In today's dev vlog, we're revealing a brand new vehicle that's just about to hit the game. We can already see it on screen. But before that, check out the latest Hotfix. So the Hotfix first, restored proper functionality of car lifts, or 4 car lifts. I didn't realise they were broken in any way, shape or form. But again, some people are having issues, others aren't. So, you know, what's not an issue for me is issues for other people. And some things that are issues for me aren't issues for other people. So there we go. Fixed a bug that caused delivery vehicles to duplicate when loading save games. So you get 2 trucks appear. Is that also how we were duplicating the items as well? Because, again, I missed out on all of that. And that would have been a good one. Fixed tooltip interaction for pulling the fuel gun at gas stations. I never had an issue with that. I did see actually someone had a bug where they couldn't refill up their tow truck. They couldn't pull the cap off of the fuel tank for the tow truck. But that wasn't fixed by that. But I don't know what that bug was. And I don't know if it was a user error. I'm not going to lie. Could have been a user error. Could have been. But anyway, we've got a bit more to cover in Hotfix 42, as well as the release of our beautiful Cortega, which is sat in screen in front of us. But we're playing along. We're playing along. I will throw the images on the screen as I sort of talk about them. So it is time for the new car. There you can see it in the lovely blue, slightly different blue than I've got my one here. Meet the Phantom Cortega, coming to the game in just a few days. Obviously, it is already in the game. The update has gone live. I think it went live on Friday. This came out on Thursday, this hotfix, so they were talking about it for the next day. Beautiful picture on there. Let's see it from the other angle. There we go, a lovely little rear view of the Cortega. The Phantom Cortega debuted in 1975 as Phantom's first entry into the personal luxury coupe segment. With its bold design, chrome accents and smooth, comfortable ride, the Cortega combines style and comfort with the reliability the Phantom brand was known for. Let us know what you think on Steam, in Discord, and in the comment section of this video. That is it for that hotfix. Let's move on to the next one and the last one from this week. So let's talk about Hotfix 53 then. While we're doing that, let's change the colour of our Cortega. I think a lovely orange is what we're going to go for next on that one. So we'll leave that painting while we talk about Hotfix 53, which is the introduction of the Phantom Cortega. Here's Hotfix 53 featuring a brand new car, the Phantom Cortega. Lovely image on screen. That was a bit closer to the blue we had for our version. It is a good looking car and it sounds pretty nice as well, which is always a good sign. Lovely image for that one. Let's just get on to the rest of Hotfix 53. So here we go then, the end of Hotfix 53 in the last bit of today's video. The car will be available on the listings portal starting from player reputation level 7. So once you hit level 7, you can start finding this car out in the wild. It says read more about the car, obviously referring you to the previous Hotfix 52 from the previous day. So you can go check that one out if you do so want to. That car looks good in orange. Other changes though, updated the courier model in the delivery van. I never really saw him before, or her, I don't know. Never saw the person before, so I'm not sure. But they've made it look better. Improved the scanner's behaviour on vehicles in car wash and body repair zones. Reduced highlighting of areas that cannot be accessed with tools. That's more about the mask I was talking about earlier with the junkyard cars, as it were. Fixed a bug where the scanner sound would be heard even when the sounds were muted in the settings. Now, I'm having a bit of the opposite, actually. Sometimes when I use the car scanner, it's not making a sound at all. Like the zoop, it's not doing that bit. Occasionally, not every time, so I can't reproduce it, so I'm not reporting it because I can't guarantee it's ever going to happen. But I'm having a little bit of issues there. I've never had, well, I don't mute it, so I don't know if that would work or not, but I want to hear it. I think it's interesting little noise. It keeps the flow of the game a bit better for me. But anyway, fixed a bug where the scanner would continue to make sounds after scanning was completed. Well, again, sometimes I can't get it to make a sound anyway, so there we go. That's it for the hotfix. Let us know what you think on Steam, in Discord, and in the comments of this video. And obviously, I've been adding and in the comments of this video. But here it is, the Cortega in the beautiful in-game orange, which is my favourite colour. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Next time, I think we'll do a full orange dealership instead of a full purple one. As much as it was fun with that full purple dealership out the front there. We need to get some pictures of this one, although it's not going to be going out there today. We want to get pictures so it is nice and ready to go. A lovely orange Cortega there. But there we go. That's it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. And share this video if someone else is interested in this game and hasn't quite seen any of the updates. Show them all of the videos with all of the weekly hotfixes. I will be keeping them up as we keep going. But there we go. New Cortega. It looks beautiful. Don't forget you can head over to my merch shop, vm-shop.4fall.com. We've got beautiful car dealer simulator hats on there. Show your support for the game. I've been given permission to sell them by the guys over at Garage Monkeys. I make all the money from them. They don't. I do the videos, the hotfix videos for them. That's the fair trade, if you ask me. I make these videos. They let me sell hats with their logos on. So if you want to grab one of them, please feel free to do so. There's plenty of merch on there. T-shirts, hoodies, cups, travel mugs, notebooks, a bit of artwork on there as well, and our beautiful retro Gen 1 car t-shirt, which is my newest design, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. Free delivery on all orders over $75, and it will display on the website whatever that would be in your local currency once you have selected it. Also, we have a channel memberships available. If you want to become a member of the Video Fan Club, you get 1 day access to all of my videos apart from these Saturday ones, because I filmed these on a Saturday and released them on a Saturday, so I couldn't give you a day early. I can't travel back in time yet. Maybe one day in the future. That's 99p a month. It just gives you 1 day early access to my videos. You get the emojis on YouTube, some stickers, a little badge next to your name. And I will obviously always prioritize your comments over others, but I reply to every comment anyway, so, you know, I don't really see that as a bonus as such. But we also have the full VM Garage Club, which has access to our private Discord as well, where we can chat, have a laugh, show what we're working on at the moment, show what games we're working on and things like that. But it is also where you get access to my configs and liveries in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. All my custom specials and things like that are all available on there. So please feel free to sign up to one of them, as these guys on screen did, my absolute legends. Thank you guys so much. You're all heroes and legends in my book. Whether you're a member of the Video Fan Club or a member of the VM Garage Club, I appreciate you, and you are definitely supporting me and helping me create content, continue to create content, and maybe even make some new content that hopefully will be coming very, very soon on a different channel. But that's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a beautiful day wherever it is you're getting up to, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Like and subscribe for Virtual Mechanic.